All right, today we're jumping into a classic Doraemon story. And trust me, it's got this surprisingly deep lesson packed inside, all about our choices, our time, and this idea that the future, it's not some far off place. It's being built right now. So let's dive in.
So let me ask you this. What if you could just wake up and boom, it's already tomorrow? I mean, think about it. You could skip all the boring stuff. The homework, the chores, maybe that meeting you're dreading. Sounds pretty great, right? A perfect little shortcut. But what if that shortcut takes you somewhere you really didn't want to go? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore. Okay, so let's set the scene. An unwanted shortcut. And it all kicks off as it usually does with our guy Nobita. He's having one of his typical mornings, which, means it's a complete disaster. He's late, his room's a total mess, and he's trying his absolute best to dodge any and all responsibility. Yeah, his morning is just pure chaos. You've got him passed out on the floor, snoring like crazy. And check out that broken clock. Its hands are just spinning wildly, which is some pretty great foreshadowing, right? And of course, this all leads to that classic Nobita moment. The what? I'm late? Panic. You can totally see why skipping a day would sound like a dream come true for him. So where does this all come from? Well, you guessed it, a gadget from Doraemon's magical pocket. But here's the thing, this wasn't on purpose. It was a total accident. See, there's this weird calendar-shaped remote, and it's got this cracked button on it, a skip day button. It gets bumped by accident, and bam, a huge flash of light, and the whole room just distorts. And just like that, they're gone. They land on a street that looks familiar, but something's off. You can just feel it. The narration says it perfectly. In a blink, today slips into tomorrow. So yeah, their shortcut worked, but the place they've ended up, it just feels all kinds of wrong. And the difference between today and tomorrow is just, wow, it's night and day. Think about it. Nobita's messy, chaotic room is gone. Instead, you have these super clean, shiny streets. The loud snoring is replaced by these silent, gliding cars. His panicked rush to school, now he's seeing quiet, super studious classmates. It's also clean, so efficient, and for Nobita, it's just completely alien. But the craziest thing isn't the futuristic tech. Nope, it's the people. All his friends are so quiet, so serious. And then he sees it, the one thing that would terrify Nobita more than anything. His loud, tough-as-nails friend, Gian, is sitting quietly at a desk, wearing glasses and studying. Actually studying, that's the exact moment Nobita realizes that something has gone very, very wrong. And from there, things just get more intense. He steps into his classroom, and this robot teacher immediately scans him. Suddenly, an alarm starts blaring, "Error, student data incomplete." Right? In this perfectly ordered future, a kid like Nobita just doesn't compute. He doesn't fit. So what do? They have to run for it. Okay, so this is where the whole story kind of pivots. We're getting to the real heart of it now. That excitement about skipping a day, it's completely gone. Now it's just this cold, scary feeling. All Nobita wants is to go home. Back to his messy room, back to his broken clock, back to his today. You see him hiding out in a park, and he's just watching these kids. But they're not playing, they're studying. And he's hit with this absolutely terrifying thought. What if this cold, serious, no-fun world, what if it exists because of him? Because he wanted to skip the hard parts of his day. And this is the moment Doraemon drops the biggest piece of wisdom in the entire story. He tells him, the future changes depending on what you do today. It's so simple, but so powerful. The future isn't some fixed place you just show up to. No, it's something you're actively building right now with every single choice you make. And that one sentence, it just clicks for Nobita. It changes everything. You can almost see the fear just melt away, and something else starts to take its place. It's determination. It's this new sense of purpose. He realizes he's got a second chance, and now he knows exactly what he has to do. So if you break it down, his whole transformation happens in 3 steps. First, there's the fear, right? He was genuinely terrified by what he saw. Then comes the understanding. He gets that he actually had a hand in creating that future. And that leads to the final step, choice. He actively chooses to go back and build a better today. And poof, they're back. Nobita's on the floor again, the sun's coming through the window, his mom's yelling at him to get up. Everything is exactly how he left it. Even the clock is ticking normally again. The scene is the same, but Nobita, he's a different person. He just jumps out of bed, totally full of energy.
And you see Doraemon just watching him with this little smile, thinking to himself, maybe tomorrow really did come early. It's perfect, isn't it? The lesson he learned in the future, all that motivation and purpose, it didn't get left behind. It came back home with him. And that right there is the big takeaway from all this. The final narration sums it up. The future isn't a place you visit, it's something you build. It's not something that just happens to you. It's something you are actively creating every single day with every single choice.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. If you got that same glimpse into your own tomorrow, and maybe you didn't love what you saw, what's the one thing you would change about your today, starting right now? Something to chew on. Thanks so much for tuning in.